This is Dublin's north inner city, filmed in the 1980s. While its appearance has significantly changed, so too has its demographics due to emigration. Data collected from the CSO census in 2011 showed that over 35,000 people described themselves as white Irish. That was 53% of those living in the area. Just over a decade later, the 2022 census data, with slightly altered boundaries, showed that 36% described themselves as white Irish. Few areas in Ireland have seen as much change from immigration as this area has. Kieran Lynham has been living near Parnell Street for more than 30 years.
Change for the better, most definitely. Much greater variety of people living in the area, all parts of the world.
Yu Ching-go owns the Lee Key restaurant on Parnell Street. Despite having moved here 13 years ago, she can't speak English, so her staff translate. With such a large Chinese community here, learning English isn't a priority, and time is an issue also.
Our boss should work every day, so it takes a long time, so it's no enough time to study English.
In the nearby Hill Street Family Resource Centre, preparations are underway for Lunar New Year celebrations. The centre supports families of 27 different nationalities, including Irish Indigenous.
Well, I'm here 11 years now, and there have always been a large number of people living in the inner city, and they're not transient. A lot of people will say they're transient. They're not. They've made the inner city their home.
I come here to study, actually. Was English language. I come to Ireland, and then I've been staying since, and then been here for 23 years.
People are getting, I don't want to use the word, but it's the truth, like people are getting more racist and they're blaming people from other countries to come to Ireland. But at the end of the day, everyone wants the same. They want what's better for them and for their family.
John Timmins was homeless for 20 years, living in hostels before finally getting a place to live.
At the end of the day, they're putting me down on the list. Well, they're putting them up, you know. When I mean them, I don't mean, you know, I'm not racist at one bit, you know, so let's get that point across. But, like, come on, like, put the Irish people first. That's all I'm saying.
Ireland is very good, and I'm very proud of our country for taking people in. By saying that though also, I think there's an awful lot of our own on the streets, you know, with addiction, and not only addiction, people that are trying to buy houses and they're working from week to week, hand to mouth.
A street party is planned for Lunar New Year, perhaps a sign of how much this community has grown. Diane Connor, RTE News, Dublin.